Kenny Omega, Roman Reigns. And Kenny Omega is the one guy that always seems to call out Roman Reigns on his bullshit. And I love that. Somebody's got to keep this guy on his toes. Kenny Omega is the Roman Reigns police, right? He's the RRP, double RP. Roman Reigns police. Whenever Roman Reigns fucking says some bullshit, Kenny Omega's right there to call him out on it. This all started back in December. You guys remember in December, Roman Reigns was talking to Corey Graves. I think it was for Corey Graves' WWE Network show. And Roman Reigns tells Corey Graves, and he says this so sincerely too. He says, he said, I honestly believe I am the best in-ring performer today. And I mean, every one of us, it made our eyes, even if you're a Roman Reigns fan, you're like, all right. But fuck it, right? I'm a Roman Reigns. I'll go with that. Every one of us kind of rolled our eyes, and the next day it was big news because everyone was like, come on, dude. It took a month, but Kenny Omega responded to that. I got his actual fucking quote to that, and this is real fucking good, too. This is Kenny Omega's response to Roman Reigns telling Corey Graves he believes he's the best in-ring performer today. And Omega says, I don't know if Roman was put up to saying a comment like that from a social media team or if it was just something that he consciously thought of himself. Omega said, but I thought it was pretty smart of him to say that because it became instantaneously a topic that people were talking about. And just because it sounds so ridiculous, he says. That's funny. So he's saying that comment is just fucking ridiculous. But he also goes on to say, you know what I mean? By no means do I actually think he believes those words. There's no possible way he believes those words. I don't have to feel like I have to speak up about it. It is what it is, and I understand that it is a fun thing for fans to generate interest in the product. I take absolutely zero offense in him saying it, especially since it's quite clear that the fact of the matter is much, much different. So he called Roman out on the bullshit like that, man. Like, just like in the best of ways possible. And this led Roman Reigns to retaliate with any show, any city, any country, any opponent, I'll fight. He didn't mention Omega by name, but we knew what he meant by that, by saying any show. I mean, he's going outside of Raw and SmackDown. He's saying any show. Then he says any country. Obviously, he's talking Japan. Any opponent, he's talking Omega, I'll fight. But he knows he's in the WWE bubble, so he can't. So Omega again calls him out on it and says, Omega tweets back to Roman, really? Question mark? Confused face? Because he knows he's under the WWE umbrella, so he's calling him out on bullshit again. I love that, man. So now here we go again. Roman Reigns is running his mouth again about how he's the best and how his character is fucking the ultra character of all time. So Roman Reigns is in this interview, and this is what he tells the interviewer. He says, that's what makes me appealing. It's because I am confident. I believe in myself, and I think everybody can relate to that, Reigns explains. That's something everybody should relate to. It's called self-esteem for a reason. You can't get it from anybody else. If I project that, if I portray that, then it's empowering to many people who are a little insecure or who get nervous. Roman Reigns, I'm not going to blow him up yet, but remember his statement there, guys, because I'm going to blow him up in just a couple of minutes here. But this goes to now Kenny Omega's response to that. Kenny Omega says, he laughs, first of all, capital letters, to that, he just laughs. And he says, it also doesn't seem to be true, because Omega was told about what Roman Reigns said. So he laughs, and Omega goes on to say, it also doesn't seem to be true. Omega said, people go through heartbreak. In all walks of life, regardless of age, sex, religion, or whatever, there are times you break up with a loved one, a friend, or whatever. You feel alone. It's a very easy feeling to understand, the feeling of loss, heartache, and pain. So I put myself in a position to feel pain alongside with the fans. That's a great comment to go along with my opening of this video, too, with Brian Christopher Lawler. And not just him, but his family, who's going to deal with that going forward. And Omega, he puts himself out there to feel that with his fans, and he wants his fans to feel that with him. So he's going against the whole confidence thing, but he also calls bullshit on it. And he goes on to say, WWE keeps it simple, because they feel as simple as possible is best. It's the easiest way to book television as well, Omega says. You can micromanage things to the second that way. If there's real emotion, you can't do that. Even if you can't really understand what's going on as a child, you can feel. And as long as you can feel something, it's better than coming out of it and feeling nothing. That is great. It worded the best way possible. You guys know in so many of my videos, I talk about how Raw is lifeless, how WWE has no pulse anymore. It's basically DOA, dead on arrival. The second Raw starts, we're all kind of like zombies for the next 3 hours. We don't have any fucking life in us. There's no pulse going. There's no excitement. There's no intrigue. There's no suspense. There's no cliffhangers. There's no nothing. Omega puts it perfectly. They put everything into as simplistic, micromanaged form as possible because it makes for easy television and they can't get in trouble that way. And it's simplistic. It's easy. Fans will be sheep and just tune in every fucking week and they'll like it or not. Fuck, dare. How dare if they go on fucking places like YouTube or on blogs or on fucking podcasts and they say the product isn't good. Then they're just trying to hijack shows. Then they're just fucking, they're trying to steal the fucking attention. And come on, man. You can't critique something that is awful? Kenny Omega says it perfectly. That's exactly what they're doing. And it's going to start with their poster child, which is Roman Reigns. That's the poster child. Kenny Omega starts with him. He's going to call him out on his bullshit. And he's going to call WWE out on their bullshit. I love that. I absolutely fucking love that, man. The confidence thing, where, of all things, Roman Reigns talks about what makes his character appealing is that it's confident. And he reeks this confidence, and he reeks this self-esteem. And it shows people that don't have self-esteem, and that get nervous, and that are insecure, it shows them how to be. And the first thing Kenny Omega says when he's told about that is he laughs. He laughs and says, doesn't seem to be true. Because he knows that's bullshit. The person that's claiming confidence and that he's got the utmost abundance of self-esteem and he's going to be the poster child to show other people self-esteem is the guy who sucks on the microphone. Every once in a while, I'll come on these videos and say, hey, Roman had a good fucking promo there. He's getting better, or he did that good. We shouldn't be saying that about him at this stage in his career. He should already have gotten it. First of all, if he was really going to be the poster child of the company and the superstar, the lead face, then he should have already had it, that it factor. The fact he has to be trained is an alarming sign in itself. But even after all this time of training him, he still can't go out there and consistently put together kick-ass promos. Remember that John Cena promo he did? He was fucking stumbling over his words. He looked like the poster child for insecurity. The poster child for no self-esteem. The poster child for nervousness. Oh, wait! Didn't he just say that's what makes his character fucking epic? What the fuck is it? It doesn't take just Omega to call you out on your bullshit. I'll do the same in any other pro wrestling fan because it is fucking obvious you're spewing bullshit. And maybe you actually believe it. You're saying you're the poster child for fucking showing people how not to be nervous, how not to have fucking a lack in self-esteem, how to be confident. We all remember that John Cena promo. You were stumbling in front of the fucking king of promos. John Cena was going to own you, and you were fucking nervous from the time you walked down that ramp. You knew you were going to get fucking owned. You were nervous as fuck. Your self-esteem? What self-esteem? You had none that night. And that can go through over so many promos. Maybe not to that length, but so many promos where you stumble over your words. You're not hitting your bullet points. You look nervous. You're shaking. How the fuck are you going to now say that is your fucking character? That's what it's known for? We see confidence and self-esteem and lack of nervousness the most in a promo. That's when you're the most confident. Performing in the ring, that's just what that's what you do as a pro wrestler. No. It's your fucking promos first and foremost, and you look like an absolute toddler in there on most of your promos. But then you're going to say that's what you're known for. That's what makes your character epic. No, that's why a lot of people can't take you serious. Because you are so nervous, because you do lack the confidence, because you don't have the self-esteem when you're going out there and trying to portray what you need to say, what the writing team has written for you. And then you go out there and you botch it and you fucking bulk it over. That's what people don't like about you. It's spewing bullshit. And I'm glad Omega called you out again. And back in December when you said you honestly believe you're the best in-ring performer today. How the fuck are you going to honestly say that? Now, yes, you want to say you're a fucking great wrestler. Don't say that because that also sounds fucking cheesy. But you want to say you're one of the best in the business today. And you want to strive to be the best. XYZ, learn how to word shit. But when you go out there and you're supposed to be the top face and you say, I'm the best in-ring performer today, and you word it like that, that's an insult to people like your peers. That's not just saying I'm the best pro wrestler today. I'm the best superstar today. No, you went out and you said I'm the best in-ring performer. But in what way? I just blew you up on the promos. You absolutely are not. You've never strung together consistent great promos. You have not even strung together consistent good promos. I think one time I can recall that you put together 2 good promos together back to back 2 weeks in a row. That was it. One time in your career. So promo-wise, you're not the best in-ring performer. So now we go to what? Wrestling? You're clearly not the best fucking wrestler. You're clearly not the best in-ring wrestler, so what are you saying? You're not the best in-ring promo, you're not the best in-ring wrestler, and on this channel, you guys know, we don't hate Roman Reigns, we don't mind him. What we don't like is the creative booking behind him, and we think he doesn't need to turn heel. We know he does. To see that confident side of him, to get the best out of Roman Reigns, we need to see him flip. But to go out and say you're the best in-ring performer, when clearly that is a laughable take for the fans, but it's disrespect for your fellow peers, it's mind-boggling to me. The best in-ring performer, to which Omega actually had to come out and say it's ridiculous, and I don't think for 1 second he actually believes that. But he said it's a clever thing to say to get people talking. But I'm glad Omega called him out on that because it's disrespect to people like Daniel Bryan, like AJ Styles. I'm not saying you got to go up and do 450 splashes. I'm not saying you got to hit the top rope all the time. I hate flips and dives only wrestlers. You guys know that. I hate matches where it's all just flips and dives. I love big-time, big-fight feel superstars like the Roman Reigns, like the Brock Lesnar's, like the Hulk Hogan's and the Warriors back in the day. The Stone Colds and the Rocks after them. I like the main eventers. For me, that's good wrestling as well, man. So you don't need to be a flips and diver. But to say that your style and your wrestling is the best in the business, not just WWE, that's absolute bullshit. And as the top face, you can't really spew bullshit like that. You gotta be a little bit more realistic. Again, BC, what do you expect them to say? I expect them to say nothing at all then. That's something a heel would say. A heel goes out and says, I'm the best wrestler today. That's why I always said Sasha Banks is always a heel to me. Because she goes out there, I always want to be the best. I'm going to be the best. I'm the best. That's something a heel would say. And we know Sasha Banks at heart is a fucking heel. Your top face doesn't go out there. Hulk Hogan doesn't go out there and say, I'm the best in-ring performer today. Stone Cold never went out there and said, I'm the best in-ring performer today. And if you're going to go out there and gloat a little bit, word it differently. There ain't no wrestler that can take me out today. There ain't no pro wrestler. Make it a little more kayfabe. Best in-ring performer. And if you go back and watch that with Corey Graves, guys, he literally meant that. Like, behind the scenes, non-kayfabe. He meant he's the best in-ring performer. Like, when he gets inside those ropes, nobody is a better entertainer than him. But it's bullshit. And I've said numerous times on this channel, he has good matches. There's no doubt. Just like Cena, they have good matches. Just because we boo them doesn't mean we're going to say, oh, they suck in the ring. No, they have good matches. Just because he's got 3 or 4 main moves doesn't make him a bad wrestler. I actually say Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. People jump on me for that. They don't think he is. I think he is. I know he is. Best in-ring per... Where the fuck did you get that from? Have you even heard of a guy called Daniel Bryan? A guy called AJ Styles? A guy called Omega? A guy called Okada? A guy called fucking Rey Mysterio, who I'm not even fucking high on. Come on, man. Best in-ring performer. And he meant it. You can't say shit like that. And then you go out several months later and you start talking about how your character gets over with the fans, which you're not, but gets over because of your confidence, and you ooze this confidence and self-esteem, and you teach people how not to be nervous. But you go out there and you're the guy who is nervous. You're the guy who can't cut the flawless promo. You're the guy bumbling and stumbling over his words. It's somebody who is trying to be somebody they're not. Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. Tell him what he's won. BC, you've won a fabulous vacation wherever you want in the world, and a brand new car, and a house. That's the thing. People can see through your bullshit. People can see when you are trying to be something you are not. Roman oozes that from the time he steps through the curtain, down the aisle, and gets in the ring. He's trying to be something he's not. He's trying to be this face of the company when the fans are saying no. And he doesn't know really what that shakes that confidence. Any confidence he did have, any self-esteem, it gets shooken by it. By us, the fans. And that's a good thing. We're trying to put him in the light he should be shined in as a fucking heel. Then you can go and say stupid shit. You can say things like, I'm the best in-ring competitor. You could go out and say that I'm the person that oozes confidence and everybody can get shit off of me and everybody can learn from me. Remember back several months ago when he said, I now have the keys to the locker room? That's something a heel would say, and that was not kayfabe, and that pissed off a lot of his peers. I now have the keys to the locker room. That basically was saying, I'm the king of the locker room now. I'm the head fucking honcho. The guy says things that is heel at heart. And the fans see that, and we know where he should be shined the brightest. The only place he's going to be shining is as a heel. Because he keeps saying stupid shit as a face, or what's supposed to be a face. We can see through it. It's bullshit. He's not the best in-ring performer. He's not even fucking close. And he doesn't ooze this confidence or this fucking abundance of self-esteem. In fact, that's why we need him to turn heel as well. Because most of his promos are cringeworthy. And he gets on that mic and we're like, oh fuck, this could be really, really bad. That doesn't sound like somebody who's oozing abundance of fucking self-esteem and confidence. So just like Omega is going to call him out, I'm also going to call Roman Reigns out, man. And I don't usually hammer Roman Reigns. I hammer the creative side of Roman Reigns. And I do think, and I know he should be going heel a long time ago. But now I'm actually going to hit Roman Reigns to shut his fucking mouth with this type of shit. Because you're just pissing off your fucking peers. And you're spewing bullshit that your ass cannot back up. Bottom fucking line, man. You're signing those checks. But your ass can't back up those checks. You can't actually fucking cash those. And you know it. And in the ring, if Omega is taking on Roman Reigns, you're damn right I know Omega's going to hold his own. And even in a planned world of pro wrestling, there's absolutely every ounce in me that thinks and believes that after that match, Omega pins Roman Reigns. I would absolutely believe that. Because as an in-ring performer, Omega's got you beat by leaps and bounds. But to back up your old tweet, man, any show, any city, any country, any opponent, I'll fight. I hope you stay true to that, man. I hope I get to see Omega and Roman Reigns one day. But no matter how you guys feel, man, I'm just dropping some truth bombs here. Roman Reigns keeps on bragging about how great he is. I just haven't seen it yet. And I think that's why so many people have not captivated themselves to him and got captivated from him, I should say. It's because we see through bullshit. It's because we don't feel like he is as great as he thinks he is. So, you got a guy who looks nothing but nervous when he's cutting these promos. You got a guy who obviously lacks confidence. And if he's got self-esteem, then it's directed in the wrong way. And he actually is believing his own hype. He is believing he is the greatest in this business, and somebody's going to have to knock him down a few notches. Hopefully that's going to be Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I'm going to shut up about it now, guys. How do you guys feel about it, man? If Omega took on Roman, do you think Roman would kick Omega's ass, or do you think Omega would take out Roman Reigns? Man, it would be a damn good match, I'll tell you that much. I'm just happy that Omega calls Roman Reigns out when he needs to be. I'm going to shut up now, guys. Thank you for joining me for an impromptu video, an impromptu half-an-hour-long video. I'm glad I could get it out to you guys. Of course, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow and talk to you guys for Monday Night Raw's review and reaction. Tonight, we have Brock Lesnar in the building, supposedly. We have Ronda Rousey in the building, hopefully. It should be a big night in Miami. Whenever they're in Miami, it's a big Monday Night Raw. And we're only a few weeks away from SummerSlam. No mulligans. I'm not going to hold back any punches. Tomorrow, we're going to get amplified on motherfuckers if this is a bad show. I'm not going to tolerate a bad fucking show tonight. Not one fucking iota of a bad show tonight, man. They need to bring their A game to the highest degree. Should be a fun Monday Night Raw. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping so anyway. But for right now, coffees and ass whippings. You know the routine, man. You know the drill. We're cashing the fuck out. B motherfucking C. And for now, check you later.